Yo, what's going on, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome back to a brand new locals feature match. Here we are in the fourth and final round for the week, and you guys can probably already tell, but you should be able to hear the audio from the actual match itself. We did this, I think, the last set of locals feature matches we did with the finals was sort of the top. The finals was actually the top four, but I've actually figured out a better way to do this, all in my normal editing software, so everything should be a little bit higher quality than the last time we did this. But we've got Melffy Spright on the left taking on, and I can't believe I'm saying this in 2024, taking on Virtual World. And you'll see why this particular duelist is choosing to play Virtual World. You'll see, all right? I'm sure maybe some of you might already know where this is going. This is also the same Virtual World, or a same Melffy Spright player that was on, I believe, in round 2. If you guys haven't seen that one, feel free to check it out. But I figured since this is the final match of the locals, it's also table 1, I figured I'd do the commentary this way. So, it's been a long time, admittedly, since I've seen any VW cards be played. Time in the round, you may now shift to your opponent. Yeah, but it's been a long time since I've seen VW. And this player on the right has played VW extensively in the past. I would go so far to call them a VW aficionado. I remember countless times playing them in locals from years past. With Marincess, pre-new support Marincess, and absolutely getting bodied by him every single time with VW, back when that deck was the top dog. Felt like an unwinnable matchup, just because of Chuche, and because of Shen and the like. But things have sort of changed a little bit here for VW, and you may or may not be really excited with the result, or you might be really disappointed. But yeah, our VW player, as I just declared them an aficionado, it's probably been a long time since they've played the deck too, so cut them some slack. But they said that they've messed up their plays a little bit here, which, I mean, again, fair enough. It's been a long time since you played this deck, so you're bound to make mistakes. Same thing goes for me. I played Rika at this tournament for the first time in a long time, and I definitely made countless mistakes. Hence my god-awful record at the end of the tournament of 0-3. But, you know, it is what it is. So, we'll see him activate the King Long Engrave. Basically lets you banish it to go ahead and add a VW monster from the deck. Then you have to send a card from your hand to the graveyard. So we're going to see them add a copy of Virtual World Roshi Lao Lao. This is like the Monster Reborn one. Yeah, so they'll go ahead and use Lao Lao, target the Nian Yan, and then you can send a VW card of a different type, monster, spell, or trap, from the one that they target. So they can send a VW spell, or they can send a VW trap here with the effect of Lao Lao, and then you special summon a VW monster from your graveyard in defense. So they'll get to bring out a copy of Lulu, which is probably the best name in the archetype. If you happen to play against this deck at any point in the future and you want to know what to possibly interrupt, definitely Ash Lulu. Can't go wrong with that. Sets up a lot. Charge word to draw 1 there. Gotta be one of my favorite synchros. Simplicity of it. Nothing feels better than a nice little draw 1 mid combo. We'll see him going for Beatrice with Baron on field, setting 1. And I don't know if they resolved the GG this turn. Virtual World Zaishi GG. I probably butchered that. But basically, during the end phase, that lets them add back a VW from grave. But in end phase, we're going to see them activate Beatrice. And in response, we're going to see them chain Imperm. Looks like they're going to be thinking about this here a little bit. They will go ahead and burn the Baron Negate. They want this Beatrice to resolve. And we'll see what they decide to send. You might be able to see what trap card they're looking at. Yep, Transaction Rollback. The new hotness from Maze of Millennia. Not just a Labyrinth support card, but it is an enabler. We'll put it that way. And you know it's bad when you say, do you have anything during draw phase? You know, nothing ever good happens when someone says that, at least from my personal experience. We're going to see an activate Beatrice again, shotgunning it immediately in the draw phase. And they're looking for a trap to send, and they are going to send a copy of Ghost Meets Girl, a Masterful Mayakashi Shiranui Saga. And, of course, they have Transaction Rollback engraved, which allows them to banish this card from your graveyard, then target a normal trap in your graveyard, except Transaction Rollback. This effect becomes that card's activation effect. And the Ghost Meets Girl says, basically, neither player can special summon monsters from the hand, deck, or extra deck for the rest of this turn. Which is kind of insane. Baron will tag out in the standby phase here, bringing out Fenrir. And then they're going to pay half for Transaction Rollback. And they're going to target a Masterful Mayakashi Shiranui Saga. Yeah, they can only special summon from the graveyard. Yeah, kind of busted. And as I said, they're just going to go ahead and mid defeat there because I'm not going to be able to do anything there. Yeah, so I think they're just explaining their misplay they made. But yeah, I just want to read that over. The Shiranui trap, or Mayakashi trap. Yeah, neither player can special summon monsters from the hand, deck, or extra deck for the rest of this turn. Yeah. Kind of insane. But we're going to see the Melffy Spright deck get to go first here, starting with Fenrir. They do have Dimensional Shifter in hand, so they're going to fire that off there. The opponent not too happy about that. You probably saw how much they use their grave. I mean, just in general, VW, it's a deck that does need their graveyard quite a bit. So they'll go ahead and add... Yeah, they're going to go ahead and add Fenrir. Important that they also shifted first so that they could be free from Droll. Yeah, switching it up a little bit. They do typically play Branded Chimera. At least I think the last time I played them, they were on Branded Chimera on one of the last Saturday Night Locals episodes. But red into blue into Jet. Standard Spright combo going off here. Going into Gigantic. And Gigantic will attempt to resolve, detaching the Spright Jet. It will resolve, summoning out Carrot. And we'll see where the rest of this combo will go. We're just going to go ahead and pass. I mean, we have a Monster negate, we have a Spell Trap negate, we have Fenrir, our opponent is under Shifter. I mean, it's got to be enough, right? I mean, the entire VW engine is pretty much turned off. They still have Super Volley, they have Fenrir, they have a starter, they have a lot of follow-up here. You got to be feeling in a good position at this point if you are the Spright player. But Fenrir is one hell of a card. They have a Fenrir of their own. They'll attempt Fenrir effect to go ahead and search. And we'll see if they let it walk. They do not. They'll go ahead and use red to negate. But they do have another copy. That's always one thing you got to be careful about with Fenrir, because, like, even in Fenrir, like, mirrors, it's tough. Because, like, if you just let your opponent special summon Fenrir, they use it to search one, and you have a Fenrir of your own, you cannot banish their Fenrir face down afterwards, because then they'll just summon their Fenrir that they added. And then also what just happened there is another fear too. Obviously, them opening up 2 Fenrir isn't the most likely thing, but it's definitely a thing that can happen, as we're seeing now. And of course, if you get the Fenrir off the field, immediately negate that first effect of search, they could just slap open, slap down another one. And act like nothing happened, basically. And of course, they still have the attack effect to be able to, the banish face down effect instead of the search effect to take advantage of at that point too. So they do have quite a few VW cards in hand. It looks like I see at least the Kowloon. Yeah. Yeah, Shifter is definitely one hell of a card for sure. I did see at least 2 VW cards in their hand there, so I mean, I guess it makes sense that they would admit defeat. Game 3, they've got the Shifter again, which is tough. But looking at the hand for our Melffy Spright player, they've opened up a ton of board breakers. Raigeki, Change of Heart, Lightning Storm, Mind Control, D-Shifter, absolutely zero engine. That's got to be one of the worst feelings, and this has happened to me a lot. This has probably happened to a lot of you guys in tournaments, where you draw a hand full of non-engine and side deck cards, and you can shut your opponent down at every corner, but you can't get anything going either because you got no engine. Or maybe the engine that you did open is super, super fragile and isn't enough on its own to really get you where you need to be. It's that bittersweet feeling like, oh, I've got everything I need to shut them down, but I can't do anything myself, so what's the point, right? Definitely sucks. But they're going to go ahead and start off with E-Telly here, bringing out Nian. I just love this E-Telly interaction with the deck. Reminds me of playing this engine in Speedroids a while back. And they're going to go ahead and normal summon Gigi. And looks like they're going to go into a rank 3. Looking at Fortune Tune. No. Synchro 6, perhaps. We'll see what they decide to do. Looks like they will go for a Synchro 6. Probably Stardust Charge Warrior. SP Little Knight. I guess. That is crazy. And I think that's funny because, yeah, for those that don't know, like, VW is a deck that has notoriously in the past never ever link summoned because of the restrictions that the VW monsters place upon you, allowing you only to be able to summon rank 3 or level 3, rank 3 or higher, or level 3 or higher synchros, I believe. Something to that effect. Yeah, you can only special summon level/rank 3 or higher monsters. That's the restriction. So link summoning is not something you really see in the deck, but you gotta play SP Little Knight, right? And they're gonna fire off that Lightning Storm. Still under Shifter, which is gonna get rid of that Sean Wu. Shoutouts to John Javer. It's gonna get banished. So they will activate Chuche. Chuche is gonna go ahead and shuffle back the Nian and a copy of Kowloon. And it's gonna go ahead and destroy the Lightning Storm. And then Lightning Storm, of course, will resolve. And they also, yeah, they got the Raigeki too. That's super tough. All these cards getting banished too.
I hope I draw something good.
Yeah, they need to draw something really good here. Normal summon Nian.
I think I am.
Can he full combo though? Can he full combo off of Nian and Lily? That's the real question. Yeah, if this card your hand, you can target a VW, send a VW card with a different type, then special summon this card, then you can send a VW card. So they're going to target a monster, and they're going to go ahead and send. So they're going to send a trap, sending Chuche, and sending the King Long. But the rough thing about this is that King Long adds and then requires a discard. So whatever they add will have to be discarded, but they're going to use Chuche's Graveyard effect to make Nian a level 6. That allows them to get into Beatrice. Battle phase, attack in for a little bit of damage there. Now they have access to a Foolish Burial. Well, 2 Foolish Burials, technically. Because, again, one of that off King Long will have to be discarded if they have no cards in hand. Attaching Nian, which does have a Graveyard effect, which could come up clutch here. Now they get to send anything from their deck to the grave. So they're going to Transaction, Rollback. Those transactions are on rollback. And again, our Spright Melffy player, unfortunately, again, only has just non-engine available. Looks like they will just pass her. Not able to get anything done there with just what they have, but they are set up now. They are set up quite a bit. Mind Control on the Beatrice. They will chain. And they're going to detach to go ahead and send anything. And well, are they going to go for the Mayakashi play? They are. Maybe they're afraid that the opponent has some way to play here, and they want to have... I mean, you kind of put them into a tough spot, because, like, if they just drew something, perhaps they just drew starter, you cannot let them have a way to play. But they also might not realize that maybe they don't have a way to play, and them having to use that just in case they do to send something that really doesn't help them play on the next turn could hurt them. It's kind of a 50-50 chance here for them. But it's, you know, you can't take a chance like that, because you might regret it. Yeah, so, yeah, you can't attack with the card you take off of Mind Control. But do you commit the normal summon to Spright Jet here? That's the real question. But they're going to go ahead and Tribute Summon for D-Shifter and make it so they do not get Beatrice back, and attack in for 1,200. And Main phase 2, they're going to go ahead and pass. And they have transaction rollback. They have... I mean, they have King Long, but I don't know what King Long gets them here on its own. They need a VW in hand. If they had a VW in hand, they just drew a VW that they can summon, that they can put on the field. Any level 3 VW. Lulu, GG, Nian. That'd be pretty insane right here. But that's the one problem about VW historically, is it's never been a one-card combo deck. It always needs at least a couple cards in play to be able to do anything. And they do unfortunately have to discard Kowloon. Lulu City being the best 2-card combo, at least that what I can remember. Setting you up for the full VW combo. They'll normal summon GG. They'll get to bring out Nian since level 3 was summoned. And it becomes a tuner, as they just mentioned. They could go for a level 6 synchro here. They could go for a rank 3. See a couple different level 6s in there. Looks like they're going to go for a synchro 6. Nian will get banished. Yep, Nian can go ahead and... Yep. Return a banished card into the deck. And this is crunch time here. They need to draw something good. Let's see what they decide to put back into the deck there. I don't think I got a good look at that. I'm not sure what that banished card was. But otherwise, battle phase. Clearing the D-shifter. Very back and forth game right here. There's Fenrir off the top. That's huge. That is really huge. That kind of gets them right back into the game here. And they have Change of Heart to take that Charge Warrior. And then maybe normal summon Jet. They're at 6,800. So that might actually just be game. The Charge Warrior's at 2,000. Fenrir's at 24. Jet, I think, has 12? Transaction is live, but don't know how much we actually care about transaction rollback at this point. Can't special summon. But actually, they're at 6,800. So wait, that'd be 2,000. That's 44. That's 50. No, that would not be game. Okay, so good thing they didn't commit for that. Battle phase, attack, banish the Charge Warrior. Swinging directly for 24. They were just one level 2 away. I guess maybe not because of that transaction rollback. And I think right now they are trying to force that transaction rollback. And they do take the bait. They did not have a way to actually keep playing there with another level 2. But I think maybe they could have gone for a Sprined play. Yeah, 2 monsters including a level / rank 2. So they could have made a Sprined play there, I guess. And if they have Angler and Beaver in their deck, which I think we've seen them play that in the previous rounds. So, yeah, I think you do have to fire it. But they draw. Bell for turn. Not enough. Yeah, and there's their opening 5 cards. Very rough, and they end up still getting to the W after a very slow start. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Leave a like if you did. And last but not least, a big shout out goes to our current Divine level channel members, who are Cadillacs, HGH Cyber, Pony Stark, Misfit, Green, and Robin's Assistant. Thank you guys so much as always for extremely kind and very generous support of the channel.